There's been a lot of buzz this week about right to work with this crazy change that the Liberals want to make in the United States that could actually violate the 10th Amendment, which outlines that individual states are allowed to make their own laws outside of federal matters. Right to work gives employees the ability to choose whether they want to be in a union or not. So yeah, our government is trying to make this a part of NAFTA negotiations. Sheila Gunn-Reid actually did a really great story on this and explained how right to work means competition to the auto industry in Ontario. As many of you know, that's a Liberal stronghold in the country and the government wants to keep it that way. But those workers are unionized, which means added costs to absolutely everything. Being able to choose whether you're in a union or not means less union members, which also means Americans can make things way cheaper than we can. Actually, the auto industry is a great example of why public sector unions are just so bad. They're an enemy of capitalism. They cost taxpayers billions of dollars, and what's more is that they can sway elections. In 2008, it was estimated that American cars cost $2,000 more than anywhere else in the world because of the financial demands of the United Auto Workers Union, who, by the way, pledged $53.4 million to Obama. The reasoning behind that increase in cost? All the benefits that come along with being a union member: top-of-the-line health care, vacation packages, and retirement plans resulted in an average difference of between $27 and $33 between American and Japanese auto workers' salaries, as Ben Shapiro reports in this article in Town Hall. All of these extra costs pushed the big three, General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler, in part to bankruptcy. So they asked the government for bailouts to save union jobs. Of course, this meant that the taxpayer would be paying in part for all of these workers' salaries and benefits now. The request was turned down at first, but in the end, the Democrats essentially nationalized the auto industry, using billions in taxpayer money to do it over the period of 2009 to 2013. $80.7 billion from the Treasury Department was used, to be precise. That's not even including the amount that Ford took but didn't need. They just wanted the cash to remain competitive. So they got $5.9 billion from the Term Asset Banked Loan Securities Facility, bringing that total up to almost $87 billion. So here's the problem with these big government bailouts and hand-holding. These unions, they have armies of people to mobilize. And who do you think they're going to back? The guy that makes the better policy for the country, or the guy that secures their retirement for them? Let me give you an idea here. The United Auto Workers have 391,000 active members and 580,000 retired members in over 600 local unions. That's a lot of people and a lot of votes. Enough to sway elections and use union funds to promote candidates. I mentioned the UAW gave $53.4 million to Obama. He won 2 elections, in part due to the help from unions. By the way, President Trump earned the most support from unions of any Republican candidate since Ronald Reagan, not by promising more taxpayer money and bailouts, but by promising good jobs, America First trade policies, and the repealing of restrictive regulations that stunt growth in industries. Trudeau and the Liberals love to emulate the Democrats in the States. We've seen a lot of this. The Trudeau Foundation and Canada 2020, 2 groups that the Liberals have been accused of using to play out their cash for access schemes, and now we have them trying to actively negotiate removing right-to-work laws in the States. It's a simply ridiculous idea that will never work, but it's very telling. Is it any wonder they're against right-to-work, though? They see what they stand to gain from unionized auto workers in Ontario. A lot of money and a lot of votes, and with the right promises, there's certainly a lot of both up for grabs. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for the other side of the story that you're just not going to find anywhere else.